Well, the case that we actually make is for D.C. becoming the 51st state. I know there's been a lot of talk about someplace else becoming the 51st state, but we are going to be the 51st state because what it means is the discussion you've had about whether a president or a couple of members of Congress can take over our limited self-determination is because we don't enjoy the same rights as American citizens. But we are the same as American citizens. We pay taxes more than most, more per capita than any place in America. We're larger than 2 states. We're literally down the street from the Congress, but we have no representation. The question for us is how do we maintain the pathway to the 51st state, and why not? We're Americans, we pay taxes, we go to war, we have all of the responsibilities of citizenship, but we don't have all of the rights. And the unfortunate answer is it has come down to partisanship. And we don't regard D.C. being added as the 51st state as a partisan issue, but it is an issue of how to make our democracy more perfect. So in talking about home rule, what it means basically is that we elect local officials, we pass our laws, we have our own budget. That's sometimes a misconception out there in the world. We take care of ourselves, and we do so, as I said, and we give more to the federal government than we get back. And so making sure that we adhere to the principles that so many people believe in, that government should be closest to the people. That's why home rule is important to us. Well, it's beginning to hit the system, and I expect probably next week to start talking to our community in a comprehensive way about what we see the impacts as. So far, I think what we've seen hit our unemployment system is expected when there is a change of administration, especially when it's a different party. So that's what we're seeing right now. But we know that over the next months, more and more people will be impacted. Now, the thing that we will need the White House and the President's cabinet is to work with all of us about how unemployment, with the separations that they're making, will work for government workers. We work across the aisle. We always have. We work behind the scenes. We work in front of cameras, but we're always working for the benefit of the district. But this goes back to the first question you asked. We're always going to experience that until we become the 51st state. It's just that simple. So we work on that. The first part of your question is that will we sue? And the bottom line is that we have an attorney general in the district, and an elected attorney general that's not in my chain of command, and we are always talking about making sure that the laws are applied as it affects the District of Columbia. So
I want to just ask one more question about crime. So obviously violent crime in the District of Columbia